Okay, good afternoon. Good to have you on board, Corporate Gary. I just finished my meeting. I'll call you shortly. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm waiting for more people to join. Good afternoon and happy new month. It's been a while I came on here, or I came on Instagram Live. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Do I have people in the house? Yeah, Kingzo, good afternoon. Finally, I have a live video. Hello, Kinzo. It seems you're the only one online. Good afternoon, everyone. Good to have you, or good to have me come back here again after such a long time. Yes, good afternoon. It's been a while, and Kinzo has been on my neck. He wouldn't just let me be, even though I really do not have a topic for this afternoon. But I just finished the meeting with a group of people, and I said, okay, while still in the car, this live video must happen. Even as, hello, Layomi Farms, nice having you here. It's been a while I came online, like I said before, and I just had to do this. I just finished having a meeting somewhere, and I said, okay, I must do this video right here in the car. I met a group of people. Fadama, have been hearing about them, but I really do not know what it's all about, and someone just wrote down my name sometimes last week, and I went for the meeting, and I was able to network and meet other farmers. I did a short video with them. I'll be posting on my timeline very soon, so we can all get to know what Fadama is all about, the opportunities with Fadama, and so many of all this association that we have around. I know we have All Farmers Association of Nigeria. I was privileged to hear about another one, Grassroots. It's a new one though, and I heard that there are opportunities, with them, although people have had bitter experience. But at the same time, I heard there are opportunities talking about grants for farmers. You can actually leverage on joining one of these associations. Anyway, that's not why I came online. I just decided to do the video after the meeting. My reason for coming online is I want to be talking about two things I read about on social media, and one of the social media platforms. One is about greenhouse, and then the other one about irrigation system. This is dry season. I do not have a topic, like I said, so I'm just going to talk about farming generally, and then maybe sometimes next week when I'm fully prepared, I would begin to talk about series of things, different topics, and stuffs like that. So on a particular group, sometimes this week, sorry, somebody was talking about greenhouse. Somebody did a short write-up on greenhouse, and a lot of people came on board, and somebody in particular mentioned on the group that, we do not have what it takes to run a greenhouse here in Nigeria. I think I was the only person that actually agreed with the man that yes, it's true. We do not have what it takes to run a greenhouse effectively here in Nigeria. And then waking up this morning, I read something on Okwe's farm timeline about irrigation, talking about irrigation. She spoke about them getting a consultant, and where the consultant, actually said that an irrigation expert, let me put it that way, mentioned that a lot of us actually get plumbers to do our irrigation for us on our farms. And we do this because of cost, but at the end of the day, spending more, we would actually spend more. We are not getting the experts to do these things for us. Oh, I think I forgot to introduce myself. For those that are joining us for the first time, my name is Oluwaseun Adetosoye. I run ISO's farm tours. Basically, what we do is that we take people on. I specialize in agro-tourism, but at the same time, I'm a co-founder with my husband. We run a pig farm here in Okearo, Lagos, and we also have crop farm in Ogun State, somewhere in Ogun State. We have plantain, we have yam, we have cassava, and which other crop now? I can't remember the fourth crop. Cucumber. No, we didn't do it. So those are the three major things we have on our farm right now. Okay, that being said, I take people from farm to farm, training, and then agro-tourism is my core. Sometimes last year in December, we went to Shongai Farm, Port Novo, and then in 2 weeks' time, February 15th, we are going again to Shongai Farm. We had fun, while learning at Shongai. So quickly, our topic, like I said, I really do not have a topic. I'm just going to be talking about greenhouse. It's going to be an introduction, and then irrigation, because Okpe Farm actually wrote about it, and I feel that this is something that we need to educate people about. We need to enlighten people about. So greenhouse, like I said, the person came online, it's one of the WhatsApp groups, and said that we do not have what it takes to run a greenhouse effectively in Nigeria. I know about a particular company. We are going to Israel as well on farm tour in May, sometimes in May. So if you're interested, we're going to process your visa for you. And one of the places we hope to visit when we go to Israel is, greenhouse, people that are into it, companies, organizations that actually build it for people. I wouldn't want to mention a particular name. They are quite popular around here. But I said in that group, I said I once took them up. I actually saw one of their staff, and I said, what you people have is not actually a greenhouse. Let's be sincere with ourselves. When we talk about greenhouse is when you farm under a controlled environment, under a particular temperature. That is what a greenhouse is actually meant to be. And the young man that spoke about this greenhouse, that said that we do not have what it takes in that group, and everybody were like, no, what do you mean? What do you mean we do not have what it takes? He actually sent in some pictures with proofs. And a particular greenhouse that he sent in the picture has an air conditioner. And you know what it means to have, you have a farm and then you have ACs on your farm, not even in the farmhouse, but in the so-called greenhouse. That is what it takes to own a greenhouse. You must have a temperature, a particular temperature that, the particular crop you want to farm, the vegetables or crops, whatever it is, it must have a regulated temperature. And I remember visiting a particular greenhouse somewhere in Lagos. A friend owns it. And as at the time I visited, she had cherry tomatoes, she had bell peppers, green, yellow, orange, all those, different colors. And as at that time, she was the only one that was supplying ShopRite, as at the time I visited. And she showed me the difference between our own greenhouse and the ones this particular organization would always build for people here in Nigeria. I saw the temperature control kit in the greenhouse that she has. I saw that she could regulate the temperature. It's actually a fan, a regulated fan, but she could regulate it compared to the so-called one that, those people, because she had she had a next door neighbor that actually, that the company built that for, and she brought in experts from Kenya. Although it was very, from outside the country, it was very expensive, but at least she had the temperature control in the greenhouse. And those are some of the things that those are some of the major factor that we need to consider. And that same group, somebody also mentioned that what we have around there, which is the truth, is actually screen house. Your net, your mosquito net, and then some people use some kind of materials that I really do not know the name, what it's being called, to control the temperature to a certain, degree. I know that in China, I haven't been there, but if a friend went on a farm visit and saw that what they do in China is that they use blankets. There is a particular period, a particular time of the year that they use blankets just to control the temperature inside, to make sure that the temperature inside the greenhouse is actually regulated. I'm actually focusing on the temperature in the greenhouse. When we talk about greenhouse, and greenhouse, for those of us that might not know, it means farming in a controlled environment, in an environment whereby you can control the temperature, you can control at least minimize the level of attacks your vegetables might be prone to, so to say, because these things too are very, very which word am I going to use now? Very, very tender. Your vegetables, whatever you want to do. Hello, Sainumidu. Nice to have you on board. So I'm talking about greenhouse and controlled environment. So, the argument is that we do not have what it takes in Nigeria. And the factors, when we look at some of the factors, talk about electricity. We know how erratic this thing is. Electricity is a major problem. And then not to talk of now me going into the rural area. I have my farm outskirts of somewhere. It could be Lagos, it could be Ogun State, it could be Oyo, and then up north, and we are saying yes, Happy New Year. I will buzz you after. I will chat you up after. Talk going up north, and then we are now saying that the farmers around there should have a controlled environment with ACs and these regulated fan. On how much investment, if I may ask? So when the guy said that we still do not have what it takes to run a greenhouse effectively in Nigeria, I think I actually agree with him. I was the only one, because I'd seen a proper greenhouse, and like I said, we are visiting Israel very soon on a tour, agro tour. So if you're interested, just send me a private message, and we hope to visit a greenhouse or different greenhouses in Israel. They are the experts in farming, and also irrigation. I would love to talk about irrigation, but like I said, I didn't prepare for this. I just came on board after my meeting with Fadama. So after now, I'm going to be doing, I'll post the videos of the meeting I had with the Fadama people, what Fadama is all about. So for as many of us that are interested in joining, I'm not campaigning for them. I really do not know much about them. I'm going to do my own findings as well. But I know that there are opportunities when you belong to one or two of these associations. Yes, I know that there are opportunities. So I'm going to post the video. So I just said, let me just come on board, talk a little bit about greenhouse and irrigation, even though I haven't spoken about irrigation as such, based on what I read on Okpe's farm timeline earlier this morning. And when she said that we do not actually have, a lot of us farmers, when we want to do our irrigation system, we buy the kits. That's what it's just to reduce cost. And I wouldn't blame people for doing that, But, if learning from experience now, I see that some of these things we might as well hold on and just do it right. If the means is there, if we have the financial capacity to do this thing. The irrigation system, instead of us just getting a plumber to come, we'll buy the materials, and then the plumber will tell us, okay, thickness of this pipe is 2 meters by blah, 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 blah. Go and get the head, and then we feel that, by getting the plumber to do the installation, most times that's what we do not actually. And then I also replied to the article and saying that we don't even have experts in that regard as well. We don't have so many of them. What we have is just people buying and reselling the irrigation kit. We do not really have experts. After buying the kit, who do we have that can actually fix it for us? And a lot of times, or most times, we just go out there to get a plumber to come and do it for us. And these are some of the challenges we're still facing as farmers. They are one of the challenges, one of the so many challenges that we're facing as farmers. When I met one of the Fadama treasurer, I met him. I'm going to post his video very soon, the short video that I had with him. And speaking with him, I said, presently we're harvesting plantain on our farm, and that this was the initial challenge we had was, people pricing. And he said, look, those are some of the these are one of the things that Fadama is trying to do, cutting off the middlemen. And that if I can join the group, at least that was what he said, that they have off-takers. There's a way they will do it in such a way that I will get off-takers that will be ready to take my plantain, going through them. Of course, it might be at a commission, which I wouldn't mind. At least it's better than just one person pricing a plantain at 300 naira. After setting up the irrigation system, after paying labor, and after doing so many things. Do we understand? So these are some of the things that, these are some of the advantages we need to look at, especially as farmers. Hello. Happy New Year. Thanks for joining, everyone. These are some of the things we need to look at as farmers, most especially the advantages. Yes, joining some of these associations. I was talking about greenhouse. I went to irrigation, and then I'm back to one of the associations. Like I said, I just decided it's going to be a very brief one. It is a brief one, just to come online. It's been a while I came online. It's been like over 2 months now, I think. I've not been online at all this year. So next week, or maybe Friday, if I don't come on board on Friday, maybe sometimes next week. Hello, nice to have you on board. Thanks for joining as well. If I do not come online on Friday, and then that will be early next week, we will talk extensively about this greenhouse, and then whether we are actually somebody, like I mentioned, the guy said that is not, we do not have what it takes, and then we will get to know whether we have what it takes or we do not have what it takes. By the time we talk about it, we will talk about greenhouse farming more. And then remember, this is dry season farming. This is the time that vegetables farmers would enjoy. They would enjoy. When I mean they're going to enjoy this time, especially if your farm is irrigated at this time. And then don't forget, we also spoke about irrigation, that look, getting an expert might just be the best thing for every one of us. We know that it's expensive to set up, but doing it right, might just be the best for us as farmers. So everybody, like I said before, it's just a short one. I just decided to come because I haven't been online for a while now. Doing live videos. And so don't forget, we have a Shongai farm tour coming up in 2 weeks time, precisely Thursday, February 15th. So if you haven't signed up yet, I will encourage you. The last group that went with Shongai, we were about 27. Yes, 27, December 1st to 3rd last year. We had fun. We learned a lot. We were exposed to so many things. The same we'll be doing. And then May 7th to May 15th this year, we're going to Israel. If you're interested, just send me a private message after the video. So see you again next week. We'll be talking about more. If I can bring in an expert, I'll try and do that. If I can't, I'll do what I can do, and then I'll try and see how I can invite the experts to come and talk to us about greenhouse. Don't forget, we're going to see a proper greenhouse in Israel when we visit Israel. Not a screen house. What we have majorly around here are screen houses. We'll be visiting a greenhouse in Israel. So please don't forget, if you are interested, send me a private message. Hope to see you again next week. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming on board. Even though I didn't announce, I didn't do anything. Thank you so much, Box Up Boxes. Nice to see you online again. And have a wonderful day ahead. Cheers. Bye.